My name is Justin Utley. I grew up in West Valley City, Utah. Typical Utah family, church on Sundays, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts. I knew, like, even at a young age, like through grade school, that I was gay. I didn't want to identify with that at all. It really put a lot of fear in me.
My name is Dane Law, and I'm a transgender man. And what that means is I was born female, and I was raised as female for all of my life. Growing up, I always felt different. I had a hard time articulating that difference. I would often borrow my brother's clothes, and that felt more like me. I tried to be feminine. I tried doing all the things that I thought would please people. In the end, I think really all it did was make me more unhappy. I just felt like I was being dishonest. I wasn't being true to myself. It was a big lie.
I'm Kimberly Leary.
I'm Amber Leary.
We've been together 6.5 years.
You want somebody who's going to have the same values as you to raise, a child, and I knew I wanted to be somebody's mommy.
The birth of our child was the best day of our lives. We had several days of celebration in the hospital, and for me, as the non-birth mother, because Amber actually carried our baby, I have to fill out all the birth paperwork, and I wasn't allowed to put my name on anything. That's when it started to hit me that in the state of Utah, I wasn't recognized.
I felt very connected with my family and the values that we had, and that, to find someone to get married, to have a family and enjoy the time that we spend together. And I really wanted that for myself, and met a guy named Brent, and we started dating.
It's hard because many people don't know transgender people, and it can be confusing. It was confusing for me, but I think once people get to know transgender people, it sort of reassures them that we do have a lot more in common than we do different.
It was such a beautiful moment. I wanted to celebrate the birth of this baby that came. We prepared our lives for, and we made sure everything was as perfect as it could be before she arrived. The state of Utah doesn't recognize my family as an equal family, which in turn translated into no protections for my child, which was the most important thing to me. That's when marriage became important. I felt like that was the biggest gift that we could give to our child. We don't want anything different or anything special, anything other than everybody else wants for their family.
Dating Brent, it was like a rush, like the excitement that I saw my friends go through when they were in high school and college, meeting their fiancés or their girlfriends or their boyfriends. I was finally having that. It was half exciting and half frightening at the same time. Imagine what it would be like to go to the movies or go to dinner with someone that you care about, that you love, that you're in a relationship with, but that you can't display that part of your relationship while everyone else around you does. When we would go to the movies, we would sit a seat apart from each other. And it's partly out of fear, because, I just didn't want to draw the wrong kind of attention. We didn't want to be ridiculed for it, so we didn't sit together.
The first time that I publicly came out as Dane was the most exhilarating, exciting moment for me. It was also a little bit scary because I didn't know how people would react.
It's hard to watch your state, your governor, your attorney general actively fight against our family. My biggest fear is that someday that our child will grow up and be at an age where she understands that our state treats our family differently.
Life now is a lot different. I'm happy.
Our attitudes are evolving in this state.
More and more people are realizing that relationships are relationships, and they're about love. The relationships I have are just as important as the relationships of everyone else that they have. And the support that I get from my friends and family is just like the support they give everyone else. It's wonderful to experience.
I came out to the world, you know, as me. There's just something about that that just feels really incredibly great, fulfilling, whole. I feel very fortunate today that I have a very supportive network of friends and family and people who care about me.
Everything about a family values matches with the way I feel about my family. She has two people in her lives that have committed to each other legally, publicly, and now she can look at that and say, I'm safe.
Utah is my home. It always will be. I carry the values and the lessons I've learned everywhere I go. Compassion, love, family. All those things come together no matter who they are, what background they're from. We all can relate in that same way.
I really am hopeful for a day when everyone feels welcome in our state.
I'm hopeful that Amendment 3 will be officially overturned, and gay families that haven't been able to be united and adopt their children, my hope is that that'll happen.
You know, we're fathers, mothers, siblings. We have spiritual lives. We're just like everyone else.